Toyota stock climbs 32% year to date. While everyone continues to disparage Tesla after its disappointing Q1 2024 sales performance, the situation is turning favorable for Toyota. The Japanese automaker's share prices are up 32% year to date, whereas Tesla is down 33%. Which Elon Musk's company attributed to arson attacks at the Berlin Gigafactory. The shipping crisis in the Red Sea, and the production ramp-up of the Model 3 facelift in California. But as the laggard in the EV race transitions into a late bloomer, its sluggish approach is after all being rewarded. Welcome to Critical Materials, your daily roundup of news that's shaping up the future of mobility. Today, we're discussing how Toyota is benefiting from the narrative of slowdown in the electric vehicle race. Another blow to Fisker as the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration (NHTSA) opened a third probe into the Ocean Electric SUV. And the beginning of battery production at General Motors' Ultium Cells plant in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Toyota is loving the EV price wars. Toyota staunchly lobbied against the urgency of EVs to the ire of environment and climate advocates. It influenced a favorable emissions policy from the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) that now requires a more gradual ramp-up towards EVs. And in the meantime, it watched a brutal price war playing out across the globe. To be honest, Toyota couldn't have envisioned a more favorable scenario. The company just had a banger first quarter in terms of sales. Half a dozen Toyota hybrids and FEVs had their best ever sales growth in the first 3 months of the year. But the trajectory of two of the world's most valuable car companies is contrasting. Toyota shares are up 32%. Whereas Tesla is down 33% from the start of the year. Comparing the two head-to-head is unfair. Of course, they're not direct rivals. Tesla is a different beast, selling only battery electric vehicles. Whereas Toyota offers everything from a gas-guzzling Land Cruiser to the Prius Prime plug-in hybrid and the lackluster bZ4X electric crossover. But many experts consider that the EV industry here in the US is past its first and second wave early adopter phase. The next wave of EV buyers want affordable EVs priced under $30,000, and they don't want to worry about charging and range. That's exactly where Toyota's hybrids come into the picture. Naturally, the price war is helpful for TM stock for two main reasons. First, the reason for any price war centers on a lack of demand. It's an especially powerful dynamic when Tesla, the EV market leader, is the one initiating the bitter competition. If it was an upstart entity looking to make a name for itself, that's understandable. Tesla? The company shouldn't need to resort to such tactics because it has tremendous social cachet. So, something must seriously be wrong with the broader EV market. Second, the price war should theoretically help Tesla weed out the competition. However, it would also help Toyota. When the automaker is ready to embrace electrification, it will have less competition to deal with. In the meantime, the aggressively low pricing has wreaked havoc on Toyota's mainline rivals, many of which jumped a bit too far into the deep end. While carmakers rush to build affordable EVs to thwart Chinese automakers' potential attempt to penetrate the US market with irresistibly cheap EVs, Toyota can just continue doing what it does best. That includes selling conventional hybrids, PHEVs, and gas-powered models while working behind the scenes to bring 10 new pure electric cars to the market by 2026. To be clear, this isn't a Toyota versus Tesla narrative, it's Toyota in the context of an increasingly complex EV space. Environment advocates write off hybrids as more efficient gas cars, an oversimplification of the technology in my opinion, and that might be devastating for the climate. But it could be good for consumers in the interim as hybrids allow them to familiarize themselves with electric propulsion and hopefully lead to better education. All said, Toyota isn't backing off from the ultimate goal of complete decarbonization. It recently said that it was committed to catching up to rivals. The laggard could certainly be a true late bloomer, after all. Source: reposted and summarized from Suvrat Kothari at insideevs.